Naval warfare. From galleons to aircraft carriers. From the widespread and treacherous seas to modern warfare, the records of naval war are a story of consistent evolution and innovation. For centuries, international locations have relied on their navies to impenetrable their interests, undertake their power, and protect their shores. And the weapons, tactics, and techniques of naval war have gone through a dramatic transformation from the age of sail to the generation of aircraft carriers. In this video, we are going to take an experience through time and discover the captivating records of naval warfare, from the early days of galleons and cannon hearth to the latest technology of nuclear-powered submarines and stealthy warships. We'll have a look at the key battles, innovations, and turning points that shaped the course of naval history, and we will see how every new generation of science and approaches has pushed the boundaries of what is feasible on the excessive seas. So get equipped to set sail on a ride via the wile of naval warfare. This is the story of how international locations have fought and received on the waves, from galleons to aircraft carriers. During the age of sail, naval warfare was once dominated by the use of galleons and different massive cruising vessels armed with cannons. These ships have been powered through the wind, which confined their mobility and made them inclined to adjustments in weather. The use of cannons allowed for long-range attacks and the capacity to sink enemy ships, while boarding events have been used to seize enemy vessels and have interaction in hand-to-hand combat. Despite these limitations, the age of sail noticed some of the most essential naval battles in history. One of the most well-known used to be the Spanish Armada, a failed try using Spain to invade England in 1588. The English fleet, led by Sir Francis Drake, was once capable to use its most efficient systems and technological know-how to defeat the Spanish ships, which have been large but slower. The Battle of Trafalgar in 1805 used to be some other essential naval war at some stage in this era, in which the British Navy beneath Admiral Nelson defeated a mixed French and Spanish fleet, correctly ending the hazard of invasion by way of Napoleon. The age of sail laid the basis for modern warfare battles by setting up the significance of naval energy in worldwide affairs. It also confirmed that strategies and methods should be simply as vital as technology, as evidenced by the English victories over the large Spanish and French fleets. Although the science of this technology may also appear primitive with the aid of modern-day standards, it represented a principal enhancement over the rowing ships of the historical world and paved the way for similar trends in naval technology. The age of steam and iron noticed a most important shift in naval technology, with the introduction of steam energy and ironclad ships. Steam engines allowed ships to journey quicker and extra efficiently, while iron armor furnished lots larger safety towards the enemy fire. These new technologies also made it feasible to construct a whole lot of large ships, which should raise extra weapons and personnel. The American Civil War used to be the first principal hostilities to function ironclad ships, with the well-known duel between the USS Monitor and the CSS Virginia, formerly the USS Merrimack, in 1862. The Battle of Tsushima in 1905 was once some other vital naval warfare at some point in this era, in which the Japanese Navy under Admiral Togo defeated a Russian fleet, demonstrating the effectiveness of new technology such as Wi-Fi conversation and torpedo boats. The age of steam and iron paved the way for the generation of dreadnoughts, as international locations raced to construct the largest and most effective battleships. This generation also noticed the emergence of new systems and strategies, such as the use of torpedo boats to attack large ships and the improvement of naval mines. Although ironclad ships had been finally rendered out of date by way of the improvement of greater superior technologies, they represented a fundamental step ahead in naval science and tactics. The generation of dreadnoughts started in 1906 with the launch of the HMS Dreadnought, a modern new battleship that blended modern technologies, inclusive of steam generators and large-caliber guns, with a streamlined plan that made it quicker and greater maneuverable than preceding battleships. The dreadnought rapidly grew to become fashionable for naval warfare, and a new fingers race started as international locations competed to construct their dreadnought fleets. The technology of dreadnoughts was once marked by way of a race to construct the largest and most effective battleships. The most well-known naval warfare of this generation was once the Battle of Jutland in 1916, a warfare between the British and German fleets that resulted in heavy losses for each side. The hostilities validated the barriers of battleships in the face of new technologies such as torpedoes and mines and marked the start of the top of the dreadnought era. Although the generation of dreadnoughts was once distinctly short-lived, it represented a principal shift in naval warfare, as countries diagnosed the significance of naval strength and invested closely in the improvement of new technologies. The development of plane carriers in the 1920s and 30s marked a primary shift in naval warfare. Aircraft carriers allowed countries to mission power throughout widespread distances and strike at enemy aims a long way from their shores. The first important provider war was once the Battle of the Coral Sea in 1942, a conflict between the Japanese and American fleets that marked the first time in records the two opposing fleets engaged, barring ever sighting every other. The age of plane carriers also noticed the emergence of new technologies, such as radar and jet engines, that made carriers even greater effect. The Battle of Midway in 1942 was once a turning point in the battle in the Pacific, in which American carriers had been capable to ruin the Japanese service fleet and achieve a higher hand in warfare. Aircraft carriers stay a central thing of modern naval warfare, with many international locations investing closely in the improvement of new carriers and aircraft. Carriers are also used in humanitarian operations, such as catastrophe comfort and scientific support. Modern naval warfare is characterized by a diverse array of technologies and tactics, together with submarines, aircraft, missiles, and unmanned vehicles. Submarines are used to habit covert operations and attack enemy ships, while planes and missiles are used to challenge strength throughout good-sized distances. The use of unmanned vehicles, such as drones and self-sufficient submarines, is also turning into increasingly common. These motors permit a variety of operations, from reconnaissance and surveillance to offensive strikes. Modern naval warfare is also characterized by an emphasis on joint operations and interoperability. Naval forces regularly work carefully with floor forces and air forces to reap strategic objectives, such as aiding amphibious landings or conducting precision strikes in opposition to enemy targets. The future of naval struggle is possibly to be fashioned through a variety of new technologies and tactics, which include artificial intelligence, hypersonic missiles, and superior sensors. One of the most promising trends in naval science is the use of self-sustaining systems, such as unmanned vessels and aircraft. These systems will enable naval forces to behave in a variety of operations extra safely and efficiently and to function in areas that would be too risky for manned vessels. Another vital trend is the use of renewable energy sources, such as photovoltaic and wind power, to minimize the reliance on fossil fuels and make naval operations extra sustainable. These technologies will also permit for higher flexibility and mobility, as ships can be powered by way of a variety of one-of-a-kind sources relying on the mission. Naval war has advanced extensively over the centuries, from the use of cruising ships armed with cannons to the superior technologies and systems of modern naval forces. The records of naval warfare are marked by using essential milestones, such as the introduction of steam energy and iron armor, the emergence of plane carriers, and the improvement of new technologies such as unmanned cars and renewable energy sources. As naval forces proceed to evolve and adapt to new challenges, it is clear that science and approaches will play a quintessential position in shaping the future of naval warfare. The capacity to challenge energy throughout widespread distances, function efficiently in contested environments, and adapt to new threats will be critical for naval forces to preserve their strategic gain and fulfill their missions in the years to come. And with that, we come to the end of our exploration of naval warfare, from galleons to aircraft carriers and beyond. We hope that you have enjoyed this journey through history and gained a deeper understanding of the evolution of naval technology and tactics. If you found this video informative, we invite you to subscribe to our channel, The History Hub, for more fascinating insights into the past. And as always, thank you for watching.